Good afternoon, Packer Nation, or evening, or night, or whatever the heck does you guys call it at this time of day. But this tonight or after, I'm confusing myself. I don't know why, but at this tonight, I'm just gonna call it tonight. I'll be simulating the Detroit Lions versus the Green Bay Packers. This is gonna be a really fun game. It's a divisional game. I have a good feeling about this game. Both of these teams were insanely good, well, especially the Lions. The Packers got bounced in the wild card, and I think the Lions got bounced in the divisional round, but the Lions had a lot of potential in last season, and they got close, but the Commanders really surprised a lot of people and knocked them out in the divisional round. Meanwhile, the Packers got eliminated by the Eagles, who are soon to be the Super Bowl champions. So both of these teams are looking for a revenge tour, and so we'll see which team will come out more pissed off, the Lions or the Packers. We got Jared Goff taking on Jordan Love. But you know what they always say, it's a love story. Wink, wink. But yeah, let me know in the chat or in the comments down below who you guys got me in this game and your score predictions. And I don't know if I already said this, but feel free to leave a like and that subscribe button down below as well. We're on the road to 400 subscribers. And yeah, with that, we're going to jump right into the simulation. So let's have some fun, boys. And then later on tonight, I will be simulating the Bills versus Ravens game. So I'm really excited about that one. That one's gonna be a great game. I have a really good feeling about it. Oh, all right, let's go. Okay. And this one is actually gonna be played in Green Bay, so it's not like it's going to be taking place in Brazil, but in the last video, or was it? No, not in the last video. The video after the last video, I was really struggling. My brain was all over the place, and it was a disaster. But we got to figure it out, kind of. But this one is actually going to be played in the U.S. So yeah. Oh, it actually got the right time right, kind of. Let's go. All right. That happened a lot. Let's run brains of business. Let's go.
Today, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, this is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers taking on Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Brandon Gunn and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau. Khalif Raymond now. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
It's gone. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. First carry now for David Montgomery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. St. Brown motioning left. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
From the 43, here's a 2nd down and 9. Here's Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And this one will be brought back to the 22. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
It really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. The converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Love from the gun. Now he'll escape to his right. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
They were backed up behind the sticks, but he still found a way to make that first down happen. That's the kind of fight every coach hopes his franchise quarterback has in it. Look a tough situation like that in the eye and come up with a solution on the spot.
first and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Love looking to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Off the option, here's Jacobs. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Love now. Touchdown, Packers! Romeo Doubs from 6 yards away. And the Packers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do in good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Carlson now for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Doubs touchdown. Back out there now to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Pass complete downfield. It's Raymond. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer call is accepted, and this officiating crew not making very many friends here with this crowd.
Yeah, we all know that everyone accused the officials of kind of playing to the home team. But not in this case. They're just trying to administer the game the way it's supposed to be. That drew the flag.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Goff. It's Williams on the catch. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you say, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Let's see who's faster.
first and 10 at the 11. Now gone. This is caught. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Second and 1 from the 2. Goff now looking to throw. There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown Lions. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Keyshawn Nixon now on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Love now to pass on first down. Flushed out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Here's second and 3. Running straight ahead is Jacobs, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll come up now, third and 3. Try to run for it with Jacobs. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
a 2nd and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. A short throw to Musgrave. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
1st down, Love to pass. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
But they've been fighting and scratching and clawing for that first sack in the game, and it turns out to be a big one. Not just a short one right there behind the line. First one they get, 10-plus yards, and the guy who has the legs to escape most of these.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing, Love. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Love. Dancing to his left. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jordan Love scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Packers have taken the lead.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left. And he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Carlson on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the capper, a 19-yard touchdown run. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice, and that often runs you into a penalty.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. On 1st and 10, Goff. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. St. Brown motioning left. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
This 2nd and 4. Now Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So the false start will back them up 5. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Goff now looks to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw, Goff. That's to the tight end, Laporta.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 48. Badgley able to punch this one through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Love. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt. Runs through the contact. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On first down, it's gone. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw's a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Following the interception, Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Love. That's complete, right around the 8. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Now Carlson for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that drive, 4 plays. And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Doubs touchdown. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now gone. That is caught by Laporta. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
But give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now it's gone. Finds Gibbs on a check down. short completion, just 4 yards at his second down. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back, and then they'll turn him loose later, I would think.
There's Goff. That's complete to Laporta. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Goff now to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. To throw is gone. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Badgley's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, in with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Green Bay about set for another series. Here comes Romeo Doubs. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here at half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start, got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. The It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
2nd down and 4. Once again, it's Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Love throwing left side, and Watson has it. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
To throw now, here's Love. That's to the tight end, Musgrave. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
First down, going to the air with Love. Got Dobbs over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet, as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to throw. Love. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, good job defensively to recover.
I think the best offenses love to give the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Here now, 2nd and 4. Back to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and the Lions are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. Stays on his feet. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Gone. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Goff on first down. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Goff. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Off play action. Here's Goff. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's gone. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And that's where you're counting on the receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Goff. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith. That is now 2 sacks for him here in his first half. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Jaden Reed is deep for Green Bay. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Jacobs going to try the middle, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Now 3rd down and 7. Love now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But this offense can get their tight ends involved. They can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Love looking to throw it. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. First down, Love to pass. Forced out to his left. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front. They're prepared for him to try and take off.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Throwing. Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball.
That's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. A shotgun snap for Goff. Staying on his feet. And this one too low.
And this drive is almost overperformed again thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And now off to the races down the right side. He's to the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery, 83 yards. And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. Now this one's back to an 8-point game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Packer offense heading back for one final first half drive. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. It was the Packers' leading man, quarterback Jordan Love, who turned in a solid performance in that first half. He was downright amazing, with 3 touchdown passes and another one scored on the ground for good measure. Back and forth, we win in that first half. This has certainly been an entertaining one to watch thus far. Let's get right back out to it, as we'll rejoin our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Packer offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Love in the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Love. Short throw to Musgrave. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
65 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Love now to pass on 1st down. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Second and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Now they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long. Working out of the gun. Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will stay a one-score game as the lead holds at 8. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Coming right, this is Montgomery on the toss. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
Here is third down and 4. Goff now looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
This one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Now Goff. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
As soon as he linked out, began his round, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
And An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Goff now looks to throw. He's got right on the short throw. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 86 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
2nd and a couple. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll work down inside the 45.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's his 2nd and 8. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jet sweep, here's Watson. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Derek Barnes in on the stop. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now a 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, praise has to go to the guy offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
2nd down and 6 now. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Carlson on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So out now come the Lions. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards that time for number 14.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's gone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the 50, it's gone. And that one too wide and incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on third down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
Here comes the Lions punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Packers all set to go again. That means we'll see Christian Watson. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start by running the option to the right. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now Love. He'll complete this one to Watson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've got their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. That's complete to Dobbs. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. This time with Love. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter. Running it with Jacobs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
Now a 2nd and 2. On the option, Love will hang on to it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So off goes Love. On is Carlson for the Packer field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And that will keep this a 15-point game. So here come the Lions now. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick 1st down.
Now Goff on 1st down. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down in the yard. Out of the gun. Goff. Going underneath. Gibbs has it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. A great move by Montgomery. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. There's Goff. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams hauling that one in from Jared Goff. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a one-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for one here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's Love. Towards the middle and caught by Musgrave. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. To throw now. Here's Love. A short throw to Musgrave. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
1st down, going to the air with Love. A short throw to Musgrave. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Catch made by Watson on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a carry for Jacobs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Love now on second down. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they're getting to the ground at the Lions named team. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to throw. Love. Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Jacobs. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Touchdown, Packers! Romeo Doubs, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Packers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now Carlson for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. A 10-play drive that time. And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Doubs touchdown. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And just shutting him off there. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. This is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return, then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 23, here's the 2nd down and 4. Play action. It's gone. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. To throw is Goff. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Goff. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
Goff on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
First down. He'll find Williams on the slant. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This to Laporta, right side. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Goff now to throw. That'll be caught by St. Brown. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Montgomery is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Once more, Montgomery. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Nixon now from his end zone. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. He has been a factor in a multitude of ways. Over 100 yards rushing. He's approaching that number in the receiving category, too.
And you know why I've always respected guys who can have these types of games? As a runner, you're going through a pile, people raking at the football all the time. Your hands take a beating, okay? And to be able to still go out and catch the football in open field after going through that guy's dynamite.
He's been dynamite in this game so far. We'll see defensively if they have an answer, because they need to come up with something. On 1st and 10, Love. Got Dobbs over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Love. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Alex Anzalone, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Well, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel, okay? So when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Love from the gun. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and forever. Throwing. Love. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Time for another look at this Lions offense. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Ready to take over offensively. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. He's going to get it again, just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here's Goff and the Lions. Down by 11. A minute 44 to go. They need a touchdown with a two-point conversion and a field goal in either order as they've got it first down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that's caught by Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
But just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. That's complete to Laporta. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second and 6 coming up. Now it's Goff. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Just kind of a wing and a prayer there. This ball's kind of up for grabs, but they're at a point where they have to live with that. And fortunately, this one winds up incomplete.
The Lambeau faithful making as much noise as they can. It's 3rd down. Goff throwing again. He's going to take another shot here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. One last shot at the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot, and they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, just was unsuccessful.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.
A really fun game here tonight between both of the teams. Really high scoring. Alright, let's look at the stats here. Jared Goff went 35 for 51 with 391 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. And his longest pass of the night was from 33 yards. And Jordan Love went 33 for 40 yards with 367 yards, 5 touchdowns, and an interception. And his longest pass of the night was from 35 yards. He had a couple of rushing touchdowns. David Montgomery had 14 rushing attempts for 174 yards, 2 touchdowns, and his longest run was from 83 yards. Jordan Love had 7 rushing attempts for 41 yards and a touchdown, and his longest run of the night was from 19 yards. For receiving, Romeo Doubs had 8 catches for 87 yards and 3 touchdowns, and his longest catch of the night was from 17 yards. Christian Watson had 7 catches for 83 yards and 2 touchdowns, and his longest catch of the night was from 22 yards. Sam Laporta had 11 catches for 97 yards and a touchdown, and his longest catch of the night was from 17 yards. And Jameson Williams had 7 catches for 110 yards, a touchdown, and his longest catch of the night was from 33 yards. For blocking, Graham Glasgow allowed a sack. Penai Sewell allowed 3 sacks. Frank Ragnow allowed a sack. Elgson Jenkins allowed a sack. And Sean Ryan allowed a sack. And now for the defensive stats, Preston Smith had 2 sacks. Devontae Wyatt had 2 sacks. Aleem McNeil had a sack. Rashawn Gary had a sack. And DJ Reader had a sack. And Alex Anzalone had a sack. For kicking, Michael Badgley had made 2 field goals, and his longest field goal was from 48 yards. And Anders Carlson made only 1 field goal, but he missed the other two field goals. And his longest field goal was from 41 yards. For punting, Jack Fox had 3 punts for 137 yards, and his longest punt of the night was from 50 yards. And Daniel Whelan had 2 punts for 86 yards. And his longest punt of the night was from 45 yards. And then for kick returns, Keyshawn Nixon had 7 returns for 187 yards, and his longest return of the night was from 29 yards. And Khalif Raymond had 6 returns for 159 yards, and his longest return of the night was from 33 yards. And for punt returns, there was only 1 return, and that was by Sion Vaki for 4 yards. And that is pretty much all the stats from this game, as the Green Bay Packers hang on to defeat the Detroit Tigers 45-34 this evening, or this afternoon, or however you want to call it. So yeah, a really fun game tonight in Green Bay, Wisconsin. But not a fun game if you're a Lions fan. But it was a fun game if you're a Packers fan too. And that is pretty much where I will wrap it up for this game, for this video. So thank you guys so much for tuning to this video. If you guys made it to the end of this video, make sure you guys leave a like, hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already. We're on the road to 400 subscribers, and I will see you guys later on tonight for the Buffalo Bills versus the Baltimore Ravens Sunday Night Football matchup. I'm really excited about that game. I hope you guys are as well. And yeah, I am New England Gauntlet. I don't know if I mentioned that in the intro. If I said Commander Awesomeness, that was on accident. I'm still getting used to this new name, so please bear with me. But please bear with the transition. And with that, I hope you guys have a great night. And yeah, without further ado, I'll see you guys in a bit. Have a good night, guys.